Hello Guardians, this is Geezer Gamer, also known as Iron Bill, coming back with another round of quick play control. I'm telling you folks, it's not been easy being me. Oh man, old guys are not cut out for PvP, and quick play can be a really toxic place, or at least it feels that way when things get really sweaty, and it has gotten sweaty over the weekend. And I don't know if that has to do with the announcement from Bungie that trials are coming back, or what it is, but the snipers, the arbalists, oh my gosh, see that guy trying to peg me there? Now foolishly, I move back here and think, well, I'll just take another angle. And what do I see? Not one, but two snipers up there. I never stood a chance. And those two guys were working side by side on their snipes. I don't know if they're working on a bounty, they're working on trials practice, whatever, which I suspect is what it is. But yeah, you know, most of my matches today, I think I played 4 or 5, I got clubbed like a baby harp seal. This guy, and right here, I could have killed him, but and I guess I did, but I was really trying for the arbalist kills. Early on in the day, I'd been playing, and I originally had been starting with sidearm and scout, or not scout, I'm sorry, with a pulse, because I was working on Redrix, but when it got right down to it, everyone was running snipers or arbalist, and it just got old, and I thought, well, forget it. I don't have a Komodo, so I'll just go ahead and throw on an arbalist, and we'll make the best of it. Now, I'm not very good at it, but arbalist is a fairly easy weapon to use, so I figure, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. I'll see what I can make of it. And I guess I did okay, but anyway, in this match, it's one of the first matches of the day where I wasn't facing stacks, and I mean the players were good, but at least, you know, I don't think I was working against communication for the most part. So what you'll see from this is, though I don't get a lot of kills, most of my deaths are going to come from just an instantaneous lapse of lane awareness, and those two snipers would pick me off. You take those two guys out of the equation, then yeah, occasionally I would run into situations alone I shouldn't have, but not very often. And this turns around quite a bit. So again, I'm leaning into my arbalist. Here comes the guy. I get a body shot on him, don't finish him. I come towards him to finish him, and here's a whole mess of people, and it's time to get out. So they decide to follow me and finish the meal, which is okay. I'm running top tree Dawnbreaker, I think is what it was. And I did that so my vertical would last a little longer, so I could hold above, although I didn't swallow a grenade at any time to sustain the lift, because these snipers were just too good. But I figured in one-on-one play, if I could keep it the fight contained and keep the outside forces off of it, I'd stand a better chance than trying to high jump using a Void class or Arc class. That's my reasoning anyway. Alright, so going for B, I've got my super. I decided to go ahead and pop it here and no, not yet. I'm sorry. In a moment I will. The thing about this super to me is it blinds me. And I've, you know, people say that, but it really does. And okay, there's a guy there. I figure he's going to challenge with something I don't really want to fight him with, and I didn't want to take a chance of losing the zone. We are up by 30 points, but that means nothing in this game. Now watch, I'm going to get pretty much sniped out of this with a Jade Rabbit, but I see people under me and I see people in the back, and I try to get Dawn Blades back to them, and yeah, they were spread out enough that I couldn't concentrate that fire well enough, and I just couldn't see where I was with them. So here we go. I'm expecting to see a couple of guys sitting on a wall up here. They're not, and I go across, which was a risky move, and come on up, and I see a fellow over to my left, and again, I just bought him. If I'd managed to get that headshot, this would have had a completely different outcome. I know he's coming, and I've just got the sidearm, and he's a pretty good sniper, and I figured he'd quick scope me at that range with a revoker, so I back up. I don't have any ammo right now other than the sidearm, and of course I'd look to the left and I moved towards the attack. I should have jumped up. But he had me either way. It was a mind benders, and he just floated on over and pinched me. The Titan was coming from the other side. So I get this guy. I think it was the same fellow, to be honest. It was the Warlock. There was a Warlock and a Titan up there. Now, I decide I want that ammo, and when I get up there, of course, I see the guy hard scoping up on the rock. Now, he's already seen me, and he put a shot in my direction. You see, they're already chasing. And I've got the sniper that took me off the wall. There are two up there, a revoker, probably two of them, and then the two other guys crossed over. So I was just in the wrong place. It didn't matter what they were carrying. I was dead. All right. I've got one more shot here, looking around. And this is what I hate about it. I was trying earlier to run, like I said, I think a pulse rifle because it was going for Redricks, and a sidearm, perhaps, or maybe even Sunshot. It was something like that. And man, the sniping just got so bad. I thought, this is obnoxious. The only thing I can do is do in kind and just hope I can hold my own. You see, I body shot a little too much, but yeah. If I had a scout to follow up with, I suppose it'd be okay. Okay, so I see they're coming in to see, and something starts hitting me, and I gotta believe that's probably either that rocket launcher that splays out the void material, or I got a piece of the supernova. We got our guys up there. I decided to go for A because the gap is starting to close down. We had a 30-point lead at one time, and he's got me here because he tapped me with that revoker and almost killed me right out. And then, of course, it just melee ability. Not much I could do. It was still the right move to go for the zone, though. And I hate it when one guy can lock down a zone against 6 players, and that just shouldn't happen. So I decided, screw it, I'm going back. And by this point in time, somebody else has come up here. And we're going to really make a play for the zone. We're starting to spawn back here. We've got 2 of the 3 zones, but they're taking C. And I figure that we've got a sniper back there, but it's more than likely the 2 snipers sitting across the way, and they tagged our guy on spawn. That's what I'm guessing, and I think that's what they were trying to do. So this is where I find out for sure. I don't pick up on it until I just poke my head around the corner and boom, just like that. And yeah, they had a spawn trap going, is what they were doing. These guys were just KD farming. And I gotta tell you, I hate that maps can do that. And that's just, it's disgusting. But this guy pushes, I jump and hold him up. I get that guy, then another guy crosses from the left and goes after my friend. I jump up and I get him. By jumping up, I took his shotgun out of it. I think that's what he was going to try to do, is slide shotgun me. And so I played that one right. Alright, so they're up a little bit, and I figured they've got to come for C at some point in time. They're going to. And I've got my super again. And I figure at this point, if I play the super right, you know, it may be the difference between winning and losing. So I throw it. And I got the last kill. That was just lucky. No skill on my part. Anyway, with that said, that was an okay match for me under the circumstances. So this is Geezer Gamer signing out. You have a good day.